Santa can't be real, because if it's already in the house and we got it Christmas Day, then how is Santa getting his fat through our window to get in here? Because we sure didn't have a chimney. Hey, it's Layce, and thanks for tuning into Thelayceup. And today's episode is sponsored by Discipline. It should be a hot commodity, but look around. Seriously, look around. Exactly. Can anyone else raise their hand if they have a million, gajillion, bajillion things to do, but they're always distracted or always tired? Me. Guilty as charged. Right there with you, babe. But just remember, no one's gonna do it for you. No one's gonna do it for you. Unless you have the resources to outsource your work, which, I mean, if you do, good for you. Good for you. But not over here. Not over here. While getting started on your self-discipline journey, you have to remember that you have to forgive yourself. Because, baby, you are gonna fumble multiple times before you get that first down. And that's okay. But don't get too comfortable forgiving yourself too much. That's not gonna fly either. Because, honey, at a certain point, we're just dragging it. These are 5 tips to help you stay disciplined. Disciplined. Number 1 is acknowledgement. We know there are some things that get you weak in the knees. Some things you just go into a tizzy for. It might be that game. It might be that TV show. It might just be that event. You know how you are. Let's be real. So instead of lying to yourself, make that first brash, hard step. And just admit it. Turn it off. Reschedule. Admit that is no good. I personally have a TikTok problem. I will scroll for centuries to the point where I'll wake up about 24 hours later and I have ivy growing all over me because, I mean, I was just a statue. I have to turn my phone off or put it on airplane mode. Sounds extreme, but it gets the job done. See, you're getting an episode of this podcast. Love that for me. Love that for you. Step 2, write it out, print it out. As human beings, sometimes we just have to see it. We have to write it out. We have to literally put a pen to paper, not a text to a phone, and write it out to know and be aware and consciously flow what we need to do onto a sheet of paper, old school style. Visualization is key. If you can see, you can be. See, you can be. Tip 3, prioritizing. What is more important, cooking the food or getting the food to cook? That's right, both of them. But you can't do one without doing the other one first. I personally find that getting rid of all my more difficult tasks is the way to go, so that by the time that I'm done getting those out of the way, the easier ones seem like a cakewalk. It's kind of like, oh, this is easy. This is lovely. This is simple. I can do this. I can do this. Things just start to flow like a river. Step 4, set a timer and just do what you can. Sometimes we just don't have it in us to do all of that at one time. I know I don't. But if you could chip away at it piece by piece, day by day, that's absolutely better than doing absolutely nothing. Okay? Get it? Got it? Good. And finally, step 5, pivot. Pivot. Not everything is gonna go as planned. I'm gonna say this again for somebody out there that didn't hear me, or for myself when I look back at this video. Sometimes some things are not going to go as planned. Sometimes plan A starts to stink. That's where plan B comes in and changes the route a little bit, so you get to that destination eventually. It might take a little longer, but you're gonna get there. So just try it. Have a plan. Have a backup plan. With a little discipline and elbow grease, we should be able to be living our best lives in 2025 if we're still here, but that's for another video. Speaking of an existential crisis, Elon Musk clearly does not give a... Check out this clip.
There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go yourself.
But
Go yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
well, let me ask you then.
That's how I feel. Don't advertise.
How do you think then about the economics of X? If part of the underlying model, at least today, and maybe it needs to shift, maybe the answer is it needs to shift away from advertising. If you believe that this is the one part of your business where you will be beholden to those who have this view, what do you do?
Why?
I understand that, but there's a reality too, right?
Yes. No.
I mean, Linda
no,
Yaccarino's right here, and she's got to sell advertising.
Absolutely. So, totally. No. Actually, what this advertising boycott is going to do, it's going to kill the company.
And do you think that
and the whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company, and we will document it in great detail.
But those advertisers, I imagine, are going to say, we didn't kill the company.
Oh yeah.
They're going to say,
tell it to Earth.
But they're going to say, Elon, that you killed the company because you said these things, and that they were inappropriate things, and that they didn't feel comfortable on the platform, right? That's what they're going to say.
And let's see how Earth responds to that.
For those of you who would like more context, this video comes from Elon Musk speaking on how he lets certain things go at X, formerly known as the Bird app, aka Twitter, that would not fly on other social media apps in the United States of America. Elon Musk is not a fan of censorship, and by him not being a fan of censorship, that ruffles the feathers of a couple of large corporations in America that have agendas. Now, when certain companies or people or any entity at B has an agenda, of course, there's things that the general public should not need to know as far as they are concerned. But with the rise in social media and more people getting their news on social media, I know I do. I don't look at TV. I stream through apps. I get my news from social media. And that's that. Why? Because of corporations. There's a theme kind of going on here, right? Right. Now, what are corporations known for having to get the consumer to come in and hurry up and buy? Those are called ads. Full version, advertisements. And in this video, Elon Musk claims that he will let X be a martyr, a standing martyr to the fact that these big corporations did not want to use ads on this app because he would not censor people.
Are we living in an episode of The Twilight Zone? This is definitely Black Mirror. This is Black Mirror worthy, okay?
And this situation is deeper than more people would like to believe that it is when it comes to censorship and the government and certain aspects of freedoms that they claim that we have. But do we really have them? There are certain checks and balances that are put into place, but are the checks and balances working is the question. Who is to determine what is deemed appropriate or inappropriate? Who's the boss of that? I personally believe in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but not everybody does, and that's freedom of speech. Do you, baby?
But at what point does the 6 electrons, 6 neutrons, 6 proton man
get to say what is and what is not right, and what can and cannot fly, and to hold money over someone's head in spite of? Okay, that's all for that. That's just some food for you all to think on. We don't want to go too far over here, but this podcast at this point is just to make you think. We just want to get these gears going up here. Okay, all right, good. I just want to be a thug out here, and when I mean I just want to be a thug, I just want to be truly humble under God. Oh boy, I know Johnny Cochran is cackling in a different dimension. And for the question of the week, it is the holiday season. We're going to get a little deeper next week with the question, but it is the holiday season. And for those of you who do celebrate Christmas as we know it, what is the appropriate age to tell your child that Santa Claus is not real? Do you tell them Santa Claus isn't real? Or do you just let them find this out on their own? Because I know when I got to a certain age and we started snooping around the house and we started seeing the gifts in the closet and other hiding places, Santa can't be real, because if it's already in the house and we got it Christmas Day, then how is Santa getting his fat through our window to get in here? Because we sure didn't have a chimney, okay? And he wasn't walking through no front door. Or maybe he was. I don't know. Blame it on me. Deductive reasoning. Kids are smarter than you give them credit for. Okay? But what's the appropriate age? You guys let me know. And the Layce philosophy quote of the week is, the secret of getting ahead is just getting started. By one of my favorites, Mark Twain. I want to give a special shout out to our sponsor this week, which is Discipline. Without you, we would not have gotten through this episode. Hope to see you guys next week. Bye-bye. Love you.